Well, 12 games left to go, and I think it might finally be happening. We genuinely are in a title race. Hello, welcome to part 15 of Home Park Heroes, and coming up in today's episode, we do have our League One fixtures against McDonald's and Portsmouth. So, since the last episode, our form has been absolutely amazing. We've lost one game since the last episode, and that was a slight 1-0 defeat against Cambridge. Actually, I lied. We lost two games. We lost 2-1 against Mansfield. To only lose two league games since the last episode, that's not too bad. We also did got knocked out of the Virtual Trophy by Brighton under 21s on penalties, which is slightly unfortunate, but I wasn't really prioritising that trophy anyway. But this is the League One table as it stands with for 12 games left to go. I might have been a bit too optimistic saying we were in a title race, but not. We're not nowhere near the title. But we are in a promotion race, or the playoff race. But I think we will definitely get in the playoffs by the end of this season. We're looking good. We're 4 points behind Wigan, who we've got left to play, but I think we'll finish above them. They won't finish second, so I think it will go down right down to the final day of the season. Obviously, we have just had the January transfer window, so we have done a few signings. A few players have left the club. Ben Pepple did join Shelburne. He had that first half of the season out on loan to Forge in Canada. Not bad, only 8 appearances, but he did join in the summer, and his season ended in November, so he didn't have long there. So we've sold him to Shelburne for 135k. Then Matthias Ross has joined Sivasspor for 80k, so not too bad considering we signed him on a free transfer, or Plymouth did, that I didn't. Caleb Watts has joined Perth Glory. He's gone back to his home country where he wasn't born, but he does represent Australia internationally, so he's joined Perth Glory for 40k, so not a lot, but he was quite useless, he really was. And one of our other youngsters, Will Thompson, who isn't going to be that great, as joined Wickham on loan. We have signed a whole host of other players. First up being Dane Murray. He's a Scottish centre-back, 3 stars of capability, 3.5 stars of potential. Lead in League One, can be potentially in Premier League. Whether that's accurate, I don't really know, because if he was Premier League potential, he'd probably have 5 stars of potential, but he comes in from Celtic for 180k. He's only made 2 appearances. I haven't really seen the best of him just yet. Then next up, we've got Callum Oliesi. He's a English midfielder, 2.5 stars of capability, 4.5 stars of potential. Decent League One, potentially Premier League. He comes in on loan for the rest of the season from Spurs. Had a loan spell at Chesterfield last season, but he did all right. Obviously, he is only a loan player. I'm not anticipating him getting much game time. He's very much just a backup, obviously replacement to Caleb Watts. Next up, we've got Arman Pekshi. He's a goalkeeper, Hungarian goalkeeper. Why? You'll find out in a minute. All will be clear. He's 3 stars of capability, 4.5 stars of potential. Leading League One goalkeeper, can be Premier League. He comes in on loan from Liverpool just for the rest of this season. Why? I hear you ask, because Schmidt has unfortunately picked up a little bit of a serious injury. He's got a fractured hand and is going to be out for 5 weeks. I didn't really want to play Billy Kapic or our under 21s goalkeeper Constantine for 5 weeks. I'd probably put in jeopardy of our title race or promotion race. So this is the lineup for our match against McDonald's. It is Pekshi in goal. Back four of Harrington, Murray, Galloway and Larios. Then we've got Ibrahim at the base of the midfield. Then ahead of him we've got Benaris and Baidu. Got Shaden Morris on the right, Silvera on the left. Then we've got Laurent Tollard, who is wanted, and just about we managed to keep hold of him for the January transfer window. He's wanted by Portsmouth, ironically, who we play next. So hopefully we can scare them off. He was wanted by Preston for quite a long period. I think we actually did reject a bid from Preston in the January transfer window, and they were offering a few million up front, but I just it just wasn't interesting. He didn't really want to move to Preston anyway, and I presume they are still bottom of League One. I presume. I don't know. They might not be now, but I think they're certainly still in the relegation zone. I mean, if they're still bottom, that would be absolutely insane for them to go from the Championship to League One to League Two in the space of 2 seasons. That's like Leicester City go from Premier League to League One in 2 seasons, but just a little bit more shocking. We are 1-0 down to McDonald's, which wasn't what I was hoping for. Obviously, McDonald's are 12th. Who is bottom of the table? Preston are 23rd. Not bottom, but pretty close to bottom. I think they're definitely in a relegation battle. I can't imagine Preston being. I mean, beginning of the season, they were predicted to finish in the playoffs. Now they're looking likely to finish and in a good spot for League Two. Tollage with the equaliser. That's his 18th goal in League One. I think that's his 18th goal in League One. He might probably had a few more than that. Whether or not he'll get 30 this year, that remains to be seen. Or he might have got 30. He might have had a few more goals in the. I don't know how many goals he's got in the EFL Trophy. We weren't in the FA Cup or Carabao Cup long enough for him to score many goals. But that's not Aaron Ramsey. That is Aaron Ramsey off of Aston Villa, I think. But I think I was thinking of the Welsh Aaron Ramsey. But he's still a good player, that Aaron Ramsey. Why he's playing for McDonald's, I do not know. He should be at least playing for I'd say a mid-table championship team. Whether that be us next year, I do not know. But I suspect he'll probably be over 25 by the time the summer comes around. But Aaron Ramsey would have been a decent signing. Yeah, he turns in 2020. I don't know what year in 2028. So, 2020. He might have actually already turned. No, I can't remember what year it is. I'm not going to bother with the maths because I'm terrible at that side of things. So we've got 10 minutes left to go until the end of the first half. Belarus has got the ball now to Tolaj, now to Baidu. This is looking very promising. Silvera with space down on the left to really find Tolaj lurking in the area. He doesn't. But Solarios, come on. Somebody put the ball into the box. Silvera, somebody just shoot. Belarus does eventually fire off the effort, but it's a good save from the McDonald's goalkeeper, and we do win the corner, which I would love to have seen because we have been decent, quite threatening at set pieces. We haven't scored many goals, but we do have some decent efforts from them. But we've got a couple minutes left to go until the end of the first half, and we do go into it with a 1-1 at the moment. But hopefully we can definitely get the second goal, which should hopefully win us the game, possibly get the third goal. Obviously, depending on what happens to McDonald's. I'm hoping, obviously, they've been quite threatening as well. They've had 7 shots, 6 on target. We've had 7, only the 3 on target. So you can say, according to the stats, McDonald's probably have been the better team, but I reckon we're definitely going to get the second goal. It's only a matter of time. We came very close to it in the first half, so hopefully we definitely get it to put us in the lead. With Everton has got the ball. Really put the ball into the box. Shaden Morris has got the ball. Cuts inside onto his left foot. And that could have been the second goal of the game, which obviously would have put us in the lead and probably favourites to go on and win the game. I think we're obviously favourites to win the game anyway. Silvera tries to skip past the defender, but just didn't have enough pace to get around him. And Galloway has got the ball now to Baidu. This is looking very good. Silvera, lovely first time pass. Finds Tolaj, but he takes a little bit too far away from a goal. Finds Silvera with the cutback pass. And we are 2-1 up with 30 minutes left to go. That is very, very good play. That's probably one of the best goals I've seen all season. Absolutely superb. Obviously, we do close the gap in on Wigan if I can get the table to load up. So we're 4 points behind Wigan. Obviously, we are 17 points behind Barnsley, but obviously there is plenty of games left to go. The chances of them bottling, highly unlikely. We are going to make a couple of changes. Shayna Morris is going to make way for Tegan Finn, who I think his best role is probably a wide forward out on that right side. Not very much a winger, but more of that sort of role. Last time we played him as that role, he's actually scored a goal from coming off the bench. Ibrahim's going to make way for Michael Craig, and I think we'll get on Boateng for Baidu. I think that'll be the final only changes we shall do for now. But with 10 minutes left to go, just the one goal advantage at the moment. So a third goal will definitely wrap up the game. But obviously, we do have 10 minutes left to go, and at the moment, I don't want to curse myself, or the commentators curse, as they say. McDonald's haven't really done much this second half, and Tollage, that was a beautiful opportunity. Did the goalkeeper get touched on that? I don't think he did, but let's just hope they don't do anything. They haven't created too many chances. And Galloway, that is absolutely top tier defending, and Larios does give away in a very precarious position. Curtis Nelson, that's probably not Curtis Nelson. He's at least 40 years old now. It might be Curtis Nelson, a former, I believe it or not, I think former Plymouth player, Curtis Nelson. His name certainly rings a bell, and Kane Wilson has put the ball into the back of the net to make it 2-2. That is the equaliser. We've still got a bit of time left to go, and hopefully to search for that third goal to once again put us back in the lead, which I'm not very much hopeful to get that, but I think a draw's probably a decentish result. But I think judging by the table, I think we did need to win that game, but hopefully that's just a blip and we get a win in our next game. But I don't actually know where Portsmouth are in the table, how close they are to us. Where are Portsmouth in the table? So they're 14th. They are, but they're not gonna get in the playoffs. So let's just hope they don't try, and let's hope it should be an easy win. The lineup for our match against Portsmouth will be Pesky in goal, a back four of Heverton, Feeney, Forbes and Larios. Ibrahim at the base of the midfield, then ahead of him we've got Belarus and Oliesi. I think it's Oliesi, or it's Olisesi. I don't know how you pronounce it. I think we'll go with Oliesi. If he complains, then we'll try to figure out how to pronounce your name. Then we've got Morris on the right hand side, Bedell on the left, then we've got Talage up front. Come on, lads, let's hopefully get not back to back wins, because we lost our previous game or drew our previous game. What did we do against McDonald's? I think we drew it. Or did we lose? I can't remember the result. I really cannot remember the result. That's a bit amateurish of me. I think, were we 2-1 up? No, we weren't 2-1 up, but you lost the game 2-1. So yeah, it wasn't a nice game. So hopefully we do get back to winning ways. That was what I was meant to say, but it came out as back-to-back wins. So let's just hope we get the 3 points and hopefully start closing in on the gap on Wigan. Obviously, we do actually play Watford. Watford's the final game of the season. I think it's definitely sort of around that point. I think we've definitely still got Watford and Wigan. I know we've got Wigan left to play. I think that's fairly soon, which I doubt that being the next episode. I'm fairly sure the next episode will be us playing our final 2 games of the season. Obviously, it depends what the table is looking like, and that was a decent strike. Oliesi or Olisisi. No, not Olisisi. That doesn't sound right. Olisisi. Yeah, we'll figure out how to pronounce his name. By the time of the next episode, I will master his name and I won't be able to get it out of my head. And now Paul has got the ball now to go to. Can we just hopefully try and do a little bit of a decent defending and hopefully not concede a goal? If we can grab the ball, obviously use your hands if you have to, without giving away a penalty. And Zanchella has put the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0 to Portsmouth. That wasn't really great defending. Of all the transfer windows, I said I was going to improve the defence. I don't think I've ever improved the defence, not once. I think, quite frankly, most of the time the defence sort of gets worse, mainly because that's down to the budgets. We just don't have enough money to buy decent defenders. So hopefully next season's different, where we have a lot more money to spend, potentially. Morris has got the ball, really put the ball into the box, finds Bennery on the edge of the area, and that's a brilliant goal. Fires it straight into the top left-hand corner for the equaliser with 20 minutes left to go until the end of the first half. Come on, a few more goals like that. Ideally in the first half, that would be lovely if we could go into it with the lead. Obviously, if we go into half-time with a 1-1 draw at the moment, it would be the worst result. We went into half-time in the previous game 1-0, I think, but obviously we all know what happened to this. So to go into it with the lead would be ideal, and he's got to be offside. Surely he was off. He looked way off to me, unless it was just a beautifully timed run, which would have been absolutely hideous if that got into the back of the net. We've got 5 minutes left to go. Larios down to Belarus. This is looking quite decent. Belarus down to Benel. This is looking very good. Come on, Benel. Goes into the area. Surely got brought down. I think there was just a little bit of contact, but I don't think there was enough to give the penalty. And NG, that's it. Oh my god, that's a beautiful cross to Shaden Morris. I mean, I absolutely wonder who you play for, Perry, us or Portsmouth, because that was I've never seen such a decent cross from a defender. I mean, that is just absolutely sublime. I don't know who that was to, but I take the goal. I will 100% take it. But I mean, yeah, I don't think he's going to be a Portsmouth player by the end of the day. I think they might just leave him with us. What we'll do with him, I don't know. We'll probably just give him as a job like a caretaker. He can clean out the changing rooms at the end of the day, because I don't think he's going to be welcome back in the Portsmouth changing room after that, unless they lose. Obviously, if they win, it's a different story. But if they lose, yeah, all hell is going to break out in the changing room. So I think the halftime team talk might be a little bit fun for them. Are we in the second half? We are in the second half. I don't remember doing the team talk. I really don't. We might have just skipped past that, but hopefully we can grab a third goal this second half, and now it's the equaliser. Sanchez, the man who is practically keeping them in the game single-handedly. We are back on a level playing field now, so hopefully, obviously we've done it once. We can do it again. We can go back in the lead for a third time this game, or the second time this game. Shaden Morris has got the ball. We will put the ball to Belarus. Down to Benel. That was very close, just wide of the goal. I think we will definitely grab a third goal and hopefully, obviously, get the 3 points. But if in doubt, we will just get the 1 point this game. And I think I'll be quite pleased with that. But all I want is this season for us to finish in the playoffs. Whether or not we'll get automatics, I don't know, because at the moment we're 8 or 9 points behind Wigan, which obviously with 11 games or 10 games left to go, catchable, but it's a lot. It's asking a lot of Wigan to do. Obviously, we have to beat Wigan when we play them, and I'm not sure that's going to happen. And Tolaj, brilliant strike, but absolute even better save from the Portsmouth goalkeeper. And if we just keep firing away the efforts, I'm sure we'll get a third goal at some point. Belarus is going to make way for Michael Baidu, and I think Ibrahim also makes way for Michael Craig. Bring on the 2 Michaels. Hopefully one of them gets a goal or an assist. That would be absolutely lovely. 20 minutes left to go. Can we get a winning goal? I personally think we can, because we've played very well. I think we've been slightly unlucky not to have a third goal by now. Tolaj is going to make way for Damien Downs, and I think Benel also makes way for Silvera. 15 minutes left to go. I think there's got to be another goal in it, surely, for us. Surely. I mean, Tolaj should have scored, but if it wasn't for the heroics of the goalkeeper, I mean, that Portsmouth player must have been offside. But he wasn't. It is another corner for Pompey, and hopefully we do get it cleared. I presume we did, because we didn't see the corner. Larios with the throw-in. Bell to Baidu. Baidu again. Finds Silvera. Really shoot. Really go to Onisisi. Oh, that was close. That was so close to finding the back over there. surely it's only a matter of time. We've got plenty of time. Left to go. 10 minutes left to go. We've got more than 10 minutes, in fact. We've got 13 plus whatever the referee decides to add on. And now Devlin has got the ball. Please, though. Oh, well done, Larry. So a very, very simple challenge. I think the Portsmouth players took a little bit of a heavy touch, which allowed Larios to get to the ball. And Damien Downs has put the ball into the back of the net. A superb pass from Silver, and Downs with a very simple tap in to put us 3-2 up with 10 minutes left to go. Come on, lads, just hold on to the lead. Done it many times before this season, but just don't concede an equaliser, which we are quite good at doing. We've done that at least once already this game, so hopefully we can just hold on. Just hold on for dear life, get a fourth goal if we have to, but just don't concede any other goals. I think we probably will make a couple defensive changes, and Sinner must be offside. He is offside. The liner does put his flag up. I think we will probably make a couple more. We've only got one more change we can make. Let's go on Dane Murray. He can come on for Feeney. Just fresh legs in the back, because I think that's what we're lacking, and hopefully he can just rescue the 3 points, and that should be it. We have just about done it. We have beaten Portsmouth by 3-2, and that is just I mean, that was probably one of the the scariest wins, because I don't think we were going to get it. That was a very, very good victory. Obviously, we are only 6 points behind Wigan now, but only 3 points above Swindon, who I was going to play, but I realised that was probably a little too close to the end of the season. So yeah, we've got Barnsley. Oh, good God, this the end of the season is going to be quite challenging, I think. So I don't know what's going to be at the end of the season, whether it be a promotion fight, just securing the playoffs. Hopefully it's both, but hopefully into tomorrow's episode we get promotion to the Championship, where we'll be playing our final games of the season against Barnsley and Watford. If you have enjoyed today's video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel for lots more Football Manager videos, and thank you very much for watching.